There's already the frigid husk that's just waiting for me. That's heirlooms. That's perfect. And we right now didn't have any resources, so I think after 30 minutes of a farm or so, or 2 rounds, we're gonna go back. At the end of the day, there's obviously no worth in going back. You're just wasting your time because you end of the day you anyways need all the proof and everything, right? Well, we already have the video, War Lyric, the full video that breaks it down released. But I believe in show don't tell. So there's the full video with a breakdown out. But I also believe in just showing you the improved route. Oh, that brings me to the question. If I would break open... Would blighted minions come out of this? This is a... Nah, this is not going to spawn blighted minions, right? Nah, waste of time. It's not actually spawning blighted minions. I was assuming it would, potentially, but I don't think the devs thought far enough for that. You know, you're always hoping, like, please have thought about it. Please have thought about it. No, you haven't? Unlucky. Could have guessed. And yes, we're playing Blood Surge for this because it's literally the easiest destruction of everything. Morning, Loco. That's what I was saying about the event here is definitely not a challenge. And we're definitely missing, like, the cool Blood Harvest bosses. Oh, this one is... Yeah, there's no fragments dropping here. It's often a disappointment that these events are not worth it. So again, don't get stuck in an event, guys. It's often useless. You're better off just farming the overworld. There's only one world event that's worth it, and that is the one that is the actual Midwinter Blight event. Yes, they made a Midwinter Blight event. And that's where all the enemies are blighted fiends. That one is working good. You know what? For today, we're going to make our life simple. For today, we're going to make our life simple so don't have to press number 2 all day long. I'll just put on my right click. Okay, go into my... Oh. Do you have some blighted minions? No? Has the cow level been discovered yet? Nope. Mike, good to see you there. How are you doing? I like to go here and kill the poor boss. I'm a bully. It's the guy that turns into 3 dudes, right? But he's always surrounded by so many blighted minions and everything. Like, he himself is not worth it because he doesn't count as blighted. But he's just surrounded by a bunch of elites and everything. So, always worth it. There's the next husk. I still miss, like, elites jumping you. I'm unsure how they didn't learn from this again. So we have this in the Blood Harvest, right? Where you spend time X in the Blood Harvest. And if you spend time X in the Blood Harvest and kill minions, you will be attacked by vampires, correct? But what I don't understand is when I spend time X in the Midwinter Blight, why are Midwinter fiends not attacking me? Where's the Midwinter Seekers, you know? Where's Santa's little helpers that decide that you have caused enough trouble and it's time to put you down, you little shit. By the way, sometimes you actually don't notice that you picked up these fragments because they're more or less auto pickup. So if you're actually standing inside your opponents and they're dropping like on you, they're just falling into your inventory. It's really useful where I don't have to run over everything continuously, especially not when I'm like inside the things and killing everything. So that's a good change. Thumbs up, Blizzard. You did something good. Appreciate it. The question rather is if it takes 12 hours to get everything unlocked. Does the casual player even have time for it? Because it takes 12 hours, right? To unlock this. But it's also 12 hours where you're doing nothing else but this. You know, like no duriels, no hell tides, no, like 12 hours just of this. Schwierig. I mean, then again, you don't need every single skin, right? Most people have their main class and then maybe 1 or 2 off classes. So you probably need half of the skins. And right now there's a dagger skin, but I literally never use daggers. So do I even have to go for the dagger skin?
I need more time.
Does that even make sense for me? Or is that just, you know... Oh, thank you, dear sorceress. I appreciate the candor. I don't like that you potentially cleared all the minions in front of me, though. The builds probably take longer than 12 hours. Now, let's be real. I'm very slow as the Necro because I'm forced to go on my horse, do my things, go back on my horse, do my things. It's not like I can just zoom around here and take some nasty shortcuts, you know, and then teleport and whatsoever. So I have nothing like that to offer. I can only walk. I can't teleport. I can't dash, right? I have no fancy skills. I'm a Necro. I'm horrible when it gets down to that. Oh, wait. I wanted to do a rotation down there because I haven't actually tried that out. Must be annoying to death, especially when players just comes and press button once and moves along.
I need more time.
I do think the event is particularly... I think it's a good event, but it's again half cooked. Like as I just said, where's my Bloodseekers? Where's my threat bar rising? Where is anything that introduces stakes than just like a mindless farm, right? It's kind of like it's a good basic idea. Again, Blizzard is known for good basic ideas, but it's half cooked. There's a cell with the event. Yeah, I mostly don't do events. There's only one single event I do, and that is the actual Midwinter Blight event. Let's see if this is the one. Yep, that's the Midwinter Blight event, because here you have to destroy the frigid husks. And you ignite the wagon, right? So you have to stand in the circle. And this is like, these are the actual Midwinter events. But when you're doing this... all enemies are... I'm not destroying the other one, by the way. But this is 1 minute and 20 of me just... being able to continuously summon things, right?
I need more time.
That was the Red-cloaked horror now. And there's 3 things. And he also drops a material that can be disenchanted, right? So yeah, but this is like how you get the Red-cloaked horror, essentially, by doing that particular event. It's fun though that in all these events you kind of want to just have them go on as long as possible, right? You don't actually want to finish the event. What you would usually do, no. You want to have it go on as long as possible. But at least given the world boss candy canes and Santa hats, I mean, like Midwinter Blight was always meant to be like in one zone. So I'm okay with not giving the world bosses candy canes and hats and so on, right? To keep up the serious demeanor of the game. But it's just like, right now it's essentially a reskinned Helltide, but without any stakes, without any speciality. I mean, apart from summoning the Red-cloaked horror. This one here, for example, terrible. It's a Waves of Darkness event, but again, was one Blighted Fiend now, okay? There was 2 Blighted Fiends. So instead of having like a whole, like here, this is one wave with 6 Blighted Fiends. That can, it like drops six things straight away. And I'm just faster than waiting for waves when I'm going through. Or forget husks.
I need more time.
Oh wait, if the stream goes down randomly, chat, that's because we lost energy. Since there is the guys from the solar panels are here to do the electricity wiring and everything for the solar panels, which I'm very excited for. Will you stream the PUBG thing also on YouTube? Probably. I miss the Poison Nova the Necro used to have. Me too. Me too, my friend. Could be good.
Not while I'm in town. Not while I'm in town.
Probably overflow. I mean, it's gonna be. I don't even know if there's prize money tonight. I don't even know if there's prize money if I can win something. And I'm part of a PUBG tournament, in case you missed it, because PUBG got a new map and they invited like pros and unpros and everything. And I don't know if there's prize money, but I think there is. Maybe I can win $3 to feed my children. To get chat a few gifts, you know. We can chat a few gifts. Couldn't complain. So that's Poison Nova. Well, I think they wanted Necro to be like Necro, so mainly interaction with the dead, and then they kind of forgot that part. I am sorry. I did not. They'll be done in a second, guys. I'll reactivate voice in a second, okay?
I'm not ready yet.
I don't know the technical term. It's for the electrical thingy for the solar panel where everything goes into to transform the AC DC thingies, you know, that kind of thing. That's what they're putting in the wall, and since it's a concrete wall, and the works are essentially happening right behind me. You know, why can't we ride Rudolph? Honestly, that's a missed opportunity. True, they could have given us a horse skin. You know. Would be good if they scaled of the abattoir. So if you've done level 1, enemies are 102, 102. Yeah, that would be cool, Twin. I mean, end of the day, the event is not meant as any kind of challenge, but I feel like they just... They could have just done a little bit more, you know?
I need time to do that.
I don't know how many more holes they need to drill. Honestly, I thought they're done. And like, how many holes does the converter need?
Ready yet.
It's a tiny device.
I need time to do that. I need time to do that.
Yeah, they just keep drilling, Chan. Actually, the drilling got quieter, so if I'm not saying anything, you don't even hear the drilling. So I just have to stop talking whenever there's drilling. Sadly, Blizzard forget to read its own books. I mean, I don't mind if the Necro is not book accurate. It just seems like they kind of like Necro is missing some love this. No, overall. That event is junk. Honestly, the event where you follow the dude around is complete junk. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Oh, here. See, that's 6 proof now. Another 3 and 1.
I cannot do that here.
So I'm now at 17 proof. We have been live for how many minutes? But like 30 minutes, 20 to like 30 minutes, 20 proof.
I'm not ready yet. I need time to do that.
I did not expect this much drilling. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, let's summon Santa Claus, okay? So the other two you're gonna leave alive. Because the longer the event is ongoing, the more fragments you'll get, right? How good is the new aspect for Necros is completely useless? I mean, the new aspect is just bonus movement speed. If and that only for a minimal amount of time. Do you get shards from events? No, you don't get shards from events, like from finishing the events. So this is not like a Helltide where when you finish an event you actually get shards. No, but you do get shards like from this event in particular. The enemies are actually blighted fiends. So you're, oh god, you just finished this, you absolute idiot. So your enemies have to be blighted fiends, and if they're not blighted fiends, there's nothing coming out of it, you know. So that's like the thing. That's the misconception that people have. That idiot just ruined my event farm. I'm just standing here getting like the resources of my life, and he just swoops in as like, oh, maybe dude doesn't understand the event, you know. I'll just finish the frigid husks for him. Like, this is the moment where you just want to turn other players off.
Not while I'm in town.
Yeah, I'm taking my time doing everything reasonable, min-maxing, and he's just like, screw it. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing.
More time.
You can turn off crossplay. Yeah, I gotta turn, like, I want my own server. Can I not rent a private Diablo server? Probably a controller player. Controller players are everywhere, chat. They're making my life hard. First is Warzone. Now they're following me to Diablo and ruining my game experience. Horrible. Or 20 minutes is like 15, around 15 for my Necro. Like, again, my movement is kind of limited to demount, remount, demount, remount, remount, demount. I'm just sad about is that I haven't found any more adventurous right now. I feel a little bit robbery, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, help! Where? I beg you. Where are you? There. So you just gotta complain. Over here! Help! I beg you. And when you save him, the best part is, right, they're lying on the ground and they're like, help, I beg you, help me. And then you just go to him and do what? You know, you just pat him down with your hands quickly, and they can suddenly walk again. What did you do? Did you apply legendary ointment? Do we just rub him warm? At least we killed Santa Claus twice. Let's play less chance to ruin. I mean, let's be fair. Like, most players are not an issue. But really, when you're trying to farm these events smart, most people just don't understand how to max out an event to farm smart. And I mean, it's such a minimal thing, but at the end of the day, that's like what the game is all about, right? Min-maxing, saving yourself time by acting smart. And then a player comes along and kind of prevents you from doing that, and you're just like, oh, why do you exist, player? I mean, for me, it would make zero difference if this was an MMO or not, right? I mean, right now it's just having a MMO marker for the sake of it, but that's about it. There's no meaning to the MMO portion of the game. What happened to Warzone? I mean, it's bad. But I also actually made a tweet about it this morning, where other games, I mean, like, so let me give you some numbers, guys. This year, our channel on YouTube has gotten 17 million views. Okay. And of these 17 million views, 16 are from not Warzone content. Last year, our channel has 9 million views. So we have almost twice, right? But here comes the interesting part. From these 9 million views we had last year on YouTube, guess how many were Warzone related? Only 5. So only 5 million views from last year. And this year we have like 17. So like 3 times the amount of views due to not creating Warzone content. So what happened is that other communities seem to enjoy my content way more than the Warzone community ever has. Or that I am just too boring to make Warzone content. Or too smart. I don't know yet, because it might be that my content is just too in-depth. And people are not interested in it. That's why I used Blood Surge to finally do something that never succeeded with Hood or Barb. Oh, you did. Let's go. I told you, Ban. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of not a surprise when you decide to leave a game behind where there's no where there's no future for you. Diablo crowds are very similar to Warzone. That's actually wrong, because there's a thing with the Diablo. Like, so if I for example make a Warzone video that's 12 minutes long, people are essentially there just for 30 seconds where I show the loadout, right? That's what people are there for. If I make like my longest Necro guide has been 14 minutes long, and people have still watched it because it was just full of quality information. And that's the difference, you know, the information and the depth is just deeper of this game. There's just more to share, more to show, more to tell, more intricacies, more difficulties, more inner workings. There's just a complexity to it, despite the simplicity of the game, that allow you to dive deeper, and that people are also interested in. Do you miss playing at all? No. I don't miss things. I only move forward. I only move forward. It sounds like some guru bullshit, right? But I don't miss things. I only move forward. I don't spend my time dwelling over the past, right? Just ahead and onwards. Catlord, 62 views and only 3 likes. I think that the people on YouTube, they still have to get used to pressing that like button when they're watching something. Or maybe they haven't decided, you know, if they like it. But yeah, realistically, the Diablo crowd is a very appreciative crowd. And the difference with Diablo people to Warzone people is Diablo people know that you don't play the game for 3 months. So there's a thing that every Diablo player, every season, plays for amount X, and then it's done with this season. No one actually plays Diablo 3 months long, exclusively. Right? Because we all know that a new season comes, you spend as much time as you want with the season, and then you move on from this season and wait for the next one and rinse and repeat. And that's like just known for ARPG players, because that's the way how it is, right? 3:15 a.m. again, Cody. Good morning, brother. Wait, 3:15 a.m. should be East Coast, right? Yeah, East Coast. 6 hours back. And that's a little bit different with Warzone, because, like, you know, Call of Duty players, they play Call of Duty no matter what. Killing a man, keep doing you. Thank you. When I'm enjoying what we're doing right now, I'm enjoying what we build up. And we finally fixed the Discord link as well. So Discord is finally working with a permanent invite link, so people can actually join the community again, which is good to see, because the permanent invite link was broken. And I think we're building up something nice and valuable. I mean, end of the day, we want to be a group of gamers that plays more than just one game. But even for that one game, we just want to provide as many quality guides as we can, as much quality knowledge as we can. And if anyone ever has a question regarding these games, I'll be there to answer these questions, because that's what I'm there for. You know, that's why I acquire all the knowledge. No, don't. Oh God, please don't be a barbarian again. Oh, it's a ball of lightning sword. She's actually smart. No, she's not. I want to say she's actually smart. She's not going to ruin my event, is she? Nah, she's not going to come in to ruin my... Nah, that wouldn't happen twice in a row. Would it, Chad? Would it? There's not going to be twice in a row someone coming. Yeah, Upper 12 Seer didn't hit the mark, so you dropped off. Exactly. I mean, if Midwinter Blight wasn't a thing, I would have dropped off too right now. I mean, today we're going to farm Midwinter Blight now for 3 hours, so I'm essentially just going to give it my all right now. There's nothing else to do, so I'll literally, like, you know, I'll just do this. just do Midwinter Blight. I'll get the skins that I want for my characters. I mean, right now I'm looking for the shield skin because the shield skin looks kind of cool. And after I have the skins, I'm also done with the Midwinter Blight. Let's check if it's the... here. That's the other event, by the way, where you destroy the husks to search for villagers. And now in this event, everything is going to be Blighted Fiends. So there's only Blighted Fiends. There's no normal minions. You see, the new God of War DLC is a roguelite mode. It is free. Well, so the problem is I haven't actually finished God of War. I didn't get to it yet. I also... I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it, but it, like, you know, Lies of P, for example, I could play through another time. God of War was always, for me, just fun to play. But it was never like, you know, it was never the game of games. It was fun, yeah. But I'm just a more fan of Souls-like games. I really loved it though. So it was great. It deserves all the praise. But as much fun as a God of War, was it Ragnarok or Valhalla? I don't remember. It just didn't, you know, just didn't completely reel me in. Will Ring of Starless Skies work on Blood Surge? Yes, it does work on Blood Surge, but it's better to refund than to spend less.
I need more time.
I was terrible at God of War. Now I was really good at God of War, so that's not the problem. We also killed all the Valkyries and all that kind of stuff, but there's just something I don't know. Like I have a hard time describing what's missing. But something is missing to just not let me go. Right? I don't know how to describe that. I'm always one and done with God of War. I mean, that anyways, right? One and done. Like, Souls-like games are just essentially made to be beaten multiple times, especially with the multiple endings that are available. Okay, Chan, we can make another 7, another 4, and another... Oh! Already Midwinter Square tier 3. That went quick. When we all knew it would go that quick. 2 more. Then he has a song for us. So you can out-earn Midwinter caches containing assortments of event materials by completing nightmare dungeons. But I do think it's not worth it. I heard that this is a thing, right? I heard it's possible. That's my first skin. Let's straight up put it on.
Not while I'm in town.
But I don't think it's worth it. Does look good. I'm not gonna lie. So you can do it by doing nightmare dungeons, right? But is it any nightmare dungeon? So could I just go for tier 100 now? It's weird because it says you can do any dungeon, but what would any dungeon be good for us? Because obviously this is not a Midwinter dungeon, right? So I can only imagine that at the end of the dungeon you would be getting materials. Oops. Oh, I'm not wearing the helmet. Oops. Yeah, I'm not wearing the optimal equipment for this. I'm actually wearing the very low. I'm actually wearing the very low equipment for this right now. When tier 100 is very simple. I'm just simply not having the respective equipment to respect the dungeon. Okay, let's see. I mean, right now we didn't get a single material yet, right? I mean, it said nightmare dungeons, but technically it would make no sense to give it to you from any nightmare dungeons. Technically, only a fractured peaks nightmare dungeon should give you, right? Didn't even check if all my vampiric powers are active. They're not. I'm an actual bot. After having played so much Abattoir Zir, it's just hard to take anything but Abattoir Zir serious, you know? What does your Necro God dot build need crit damage? It doesn't. Unholy. You're mixing up builds. So the Giga dot needs crit damage, the God dot doesn't need crit damage. This is also not the God dot here. This is the Blood Surge.
I'm not ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
I need more time.
Yeah, right now nightmare dungeons don't seem to be worth it at all. I'll say that. Right? Never managed to be fluid with mouse and keyboard. Honestly, controller is the more comfortable way of playing in most cases. For Diablo... Oh, give me a second shot. I am needed. Okay. Crimson, this is just literally this is a overworld speedrunning version of this build. So I have 8,000 armor. That's 5,000 armor too less. Okay, here, 8,800 armor.
I'm not ready.
That might contribute to me being squishier than I have any right to be. You know? But I'm still playing like I have 15,000 armor, so it's just, you know, me doing me things. Because no respect. When if you can kill a high level Abattoir of Zir and you max leveled everything out, you just can't care anymore. And how are you literally gonna take a tier 100 dungeon serious when you have been doing essentially tier 100 plus content already? Okay, that was a nightmare dungeon for materials, but we didn't get any materials, guys. Even though Gideon said I can do nightmare dungeons. Gideon lied to me. I missed the attack speed very much. I don't only miss the attack speed, by the way, guys. We're also missing the critical strike chance because I'm not running the aspect anymore for grasping veins. So no materials. I got robbed. I was supposed to get materials. I was lied to. It's in your bag. Oh, let me check. How much is it? Oh yeah, I get a bag. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Pathetic. Yes, so I did this so you don't have to do it, ladies and gentlemen.
I cannot do that.
I mean, even if you can speedrun the dungeon, even if I can literally just clear this. Ta-da. That's what I just got, right? Ta-da. I mean, the only advantage is that you could keep doing nightmare dungeons, so that's like, yeah, cool. I mean, you could at least keep farming, I guess, for glyph XP if you wanted to do that. So let's not mark this off as completely useless, because you like at least you could have a multi-purpose. You could farm your tier 100 dungeons. You could get your glyph XP up. So it's not completely horrible. Just semi-horrible. Okay. Your PUBG stream enjoyer. Well, we tonight have a PUBG tournament coming. I'm invited to the Rondo Rumble, even though I have not played a single round of Rondo. So we'll be tonight coming live at 5 p.m. roughly to prepare for that.
I'm not ready yet.
Or my frigid husk, and come give me now. But you could do a few AOZ. Yeah, that's also the thing. Like, you could do tier 100s now for the materials, but obviously a level 1 AOZ is faster than a tier 100 dungeon, and you get like 4 times the amount of glyph XP. So you could, but you shouldn't. Exactly. I guess the back would probably be worth it when you're spamming like tier 50. I mean, let's assume that a tier 50 dungeon gives you the same bag XP. It's still not worth it. It's just simply not worth it. What was that? I mean, you would have to get so many materials to make this worth it. Every Nightmare Dungeon boss would have to be the Santa Claus dude to make this worth it. Good. Don't do Nightmare Dungeons, Chad. Do not, for the love of God, do Nightmare Dungeons. Please. To the survivors now. Can't do rough. Can't just talk to some filthy survivors. What if they have some illnesses? Oh, some people are still going for rotas. I admire it. I like we're literally getting towards the end of the season, right? It's like 30 days plus, and people are still doing Duriel rotas. I mean, I can understand rotas at the beginning of the season right now, correct? But we're getting to the point where all the work you put in gets like more and more useless, right? So beginning of the season, AOZ and so on, sure, but now still AOZ gives you also a bag. So if I do a tier 1 AOZ, I can get a bag. Shiloh. It would still not make it farmable for most people, because most people struggle with the tier 1 AOZ. Interesting. I mean, that's good. You could farm glyph XP for your AOZ glyph, and at the same time get some event XP. So I guess that's fine. I must still can't fucking get grandfather. Yeah, I do understand that. Don't get me wrong, but if you now with 30 days left at every content done get the grandfather, what's the use of it? Because you have done everything already. You know. I mean, if you're lucky and you get it start of the season, cool. The same goes for Hollow King Crest, right? And I have one single good Uber unique, and that's my grandfather. That's it. And I'm not even using it, as you can see, because of Necro. So yeah. You get grandfather 1 week before season end. I would be interesting to know how many people just literally refuse to play season 3 because they get all the Uber uniques and now don't want to lose it again. You know what I mean? So this doesn't go for the hardcore players. The hardcore players knew what they were signing up for, right? But for the casual gamers who finally get all their Uber uniques together, right? Who spend like 500 Duriel Rotas to get it. And now the reset happens and they're like, you know what? I think I'm an Eternal Realm player. That's it. It was a fun time with the seasonal content, but now my Eternal Realm character has all the Uber uniques. So I guess what? That was it. Ready for season 3? I mean, like, I hope they start rolling out information soon, but we know that they're out of office more or less until New Year. So no season 3 info before first week of January, but then we can start with a cool first week info with like sharing news, sharing all the fragments, sharing everything. Can't wait to do some early theory crafting. That's my most fun phase before the season actually starts, when you're essentially sitting down and you're kind of like, okay, what could be good? What's going to be, you know, what could work? What is like, without knowing the mechanics, without having played the vampiric powers, right? Already sitting down and being like, oh, this vampiric power should be good. That should be good, you know? So like just thinking about what could actually work together hand in hand, what could be empowered. And then obviously like seeing if all your predictions are correct. That's so much fun. Need help getting Blight River and Littlest Wall? Jeez, you still don't have the Littlest Wall. That's robbery. The problem with the Littlest Wall is that, I mean, getting that blood is quite ugly. I'll agree to it. I mean, you can only do Legion events and world bosses. I mean, you obviously hope that you do quite some world bosses, and I mostly do Legion events every single time they crop up. Yeah, but you're still limited in the source farm. I hope they make some of these resources better farmable, to be honest. Because yeah, Lord Zier. I mean, also the problem is what's with Lord Zier. Yeah. Is he actually? He's probably gonna stay, right? Oh. Because Lord Zier was with the blood, so you could summon him for the thing, but Lord Zier is also season 2. I mean, Varshan is obviously back, so that's Varshan, but yeah. So Zier, wanna stay? Cluck, thank you for the 2nd month of support. Cluck, welcome back, brother man. Thank you for supporting for another month, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Bit early, I know, but fuck it. Mariah Carey can run in the radio. I can say Merry Christmas too. Right? I haven't gotten those 2 since season launch. It's just so like so stupid to me that there's no way to target craft certain uniques. I'm not ready yet. You know? I feel like when you're killing an Uber boss, like again, you should be able to trade in multiple uniques for a different one. I mean, if I take 20 uniques, why can't I trade 20 uniques for one unique I want? Or make it 10, I don't care, 10, 20, but if I'm looking for a shield for a Litless Wall, and I have 20 Deathless Visages, and I can't be asked to play Deathless Visage though, right? What am I gonna do then? Why can I not? Somewhere, why isn't there a vendor for me? Well, we have target farm now. That's great. It's better than it has ever been before. But I feel like there's still a layer missing to make it less frustrating for players. Again, we're not asking for a handout, guys, right? We're just asking for minimal frustration. It's not too much to ask for to not get frustrated. At least for me.
I'm in town.
Did I miss something, or it's just killing around ridiculous amount of random mobs in event? That is. Yes, this is the event. Well, okay, so there's multiple layers to the event. So you're essentially just going around killing blighted mobs to get the fragments. Then you're also looking for these blighted husks that are these statues here, the frigid husks, to destroy as well. They give you heirlooms. So just that's the event. And then on top of that, you could try to find the world event that also summons Santa Claus. That's one of the random world events, so you should actually know where they are as you do your rotations. And when you get the Santa Claus event, you can summon Santa Claus. Then you can kill Santa Claus, and yeah, that's already it. I feel like they made that a little bit of a mistake, because right now I'm essentially bound to run to world events. But I feel like the red-cloaked horror should just randomly appear. I mean, if I kill 300 monsters, I should be first being attacked by some random elites. Then if I kill another 100 monsters, I get attacked by a larger group of elites, right? And if I then kill another 100, then Santa Claus should try to murder me. Right? I would like that, because that would give me like... That would just allow me to enjoy the event instead of like forcing me to again try to find these respective events where you can summon Santa Claus and maybe get unlucky and never get one of those. But yeah, I wanna just by nature, by playing the event, you know, by existing in the event area, I want to be actually doing the event. That would be cool, personally. The Zero boss drops the Litless Wall often. I mean, he's the only boss that can drop the Litless Wall for sure. Everywhere else, it's completely random.
I'm not ready yet.
Right? So what are we in now, Chan? We got our first skin, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first skin. Problem is, I will never put on any of the other skins. That's a bit sad to me. It's a dagger. I think it's a sword, right? Dagger, sword, axe, back thingy. I know a lot of people are not excited by the event. Oh. But hey, they'll make better ones. What's your goal in D4 now? I don't have any golds. I have achieved everything. I'm just getting the skins that I need to get. So there's a few skins that I want to have. The shield, because the shield is obviously like I play the Litless Wall in almost every build. I think there's a focus as well, if I'm not mistaken, so I want the focus too. But yeah, I'm here to get my cool skin. That's my main priority right now. Because these are permanent unlocks that I can take with me into the next season. So it makes completely sense to unlock them, right? Whereas for the Abattoir of Zir, I could now put in another 12-hour farm to progress another X tiers, but I essentially get nothing permanent for that, right? I mean, call me a cheap skin whore if you like. Well, actually, don't say that. That's kind of offensive. But I kind of like to take the permanent rewards and take them with me. Because they're a one-time only thingy right now, correct? So if you actually get the Midwinter Blight skins, you'll get something that people that start in January won't have. Right? And you'll have something unique going on. You can get the unofficial #1 position for Necros and AOZ. Yeah, but that's combined with copious amounts of farm just for a fictive internet penis rank. But I've a long time ago decided one thing. I don't need to be good at games. I just need to be smart at games, John. Right? I just need to be giga brain. So if there's other people that can use my builds to go further than me, that's everything I could ever hope for, right? I don't need to be the best. I don't need to be the most accomplished. It doesn't hurt to be, right? But you know, if someone gets like to rank 17 and he's using my Gigadot version, you know what? And I reached rank 17. The coach dream. I'll live vicariously through the people in the internet that achieve more than me with my builds. Oh, hello, Jewel Tide. Let's go. Let's hope not a single idiotic player comes along and ruins it. You're surprised Bloodlands has made level 15 in a 3-man group. Angry Ginger Dan. Bloodlands has made rank 15 in a 3-man group. Under these circumstances, the build is actually good. Oh, he didn't get carried. I mean, if you have people tanking for you, the build is great. Yeah, Black River drops really a lot from Duriel. That's true. I killed Duriel and killed not. Well, I mean, killing him once is not enough. I killed at this point like wow, close to 200 Duriels, I guess. So it's okay to have every single resource then. We should soon summon Santa Claus. See, this is when you're really farming this event to the max. There he is. The red-cloaked horror. The one dude. The angry man. He is him. And him is the chosen one. Good.
I need more time.
Barb deal billion damage to bloodlines. Exactly.
I need time to do that.
But I could definitely reach tier 20 with my Necro if I just run around with a barb. You know, the barb essentially kills everything while I pull everything together. I'm just a corpse tendril bot then, you know? That's how the barb Necro combo works, because barb doesn't really pull things together. So you make their life easier by existing. But where's the challenge in beating the Abattoir of Zir as a team? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm too not team friendly enough, but it was kind of like Abattoir of Zir was always meant for me as this challenge to see if my builds are good enough. Right? Can my builds do it? Are my builds strong enough? That's always been my question when I play Diablo 12 year. Never like, could I do this together if I potentially invite someone to do this together with? I mean, the answer is yes, obviously. And if Necro has someone standing in front of them, I can just easily stay alive, right? In D3, Barb was used as a support class. That's cute. How far did we get? We get to level 14, and we would also be able to do level 15 easily if we farm another 3 to 4 rune levels. Because the survival is nailed, so my build survives everything in the abattoir. But, you know, like at some point you're running out of damage, and then you just have to boost damage through the glyph, but then you're stuck in an eternal farm loop where it's essentially glyph farm, and then more glyph farm, and then you do the 15, and then the same for 16, and so on. And that's where I was okay. And right now I'd like it's really after doing so much abattoir here and taking so long to kill everything, doing this event here right now is therapeutic. Like, you're just going through, you're just blasting everything. I'll get my next skin in a second. I think I'm gonna buy the back thingy. You go to sleep and dream about the game. Oh, I mostly dream about other like YouTube videos and YouTube thumbnails and other shenanigans. I've been working too much. Like I think last month or so I've been constantly dreaming how to make YouTube videos better. It's fun. You wake up and you have an idea, so it's good. It's like not good sleep, but it's good productivity. Just never stop working, guys. Also working your sleep.
I need more time.
Just never stop.
I need time to do that.
Hello, Frigid Huss. Multiple. I think that's it in monsters that we could get here, right? Let's teleport back and claim the next skins. On an Amazon remote, I got you on the big screen. Wait, you can talk into your Amazon remote and he types into the chat? I'm gonna live in the future now. Okay. That is another... Oh, aid? It feels so... it feels so few. You spend so much time, right? And then you get like aid. I'm at 24, ladies and gentlemen. I could get myself the Dirk, the bacon. That's a focus, actually. Or the toolbar. I want the bacon because I'm actually using focuses. You know? Your attacks devastated blight fiends and the Red-cloaked horrors deal 20% additional damage. Cool. The back piece is better? Nah, honestly, my shield is cool. I like it. Shield kind of slaps. Chat, look it in. Can I imagine me doing this for 12 hours to get every single cosmetic unlocked? No. Can you imagine you doing this for 12 hours, chat? That's my question. I mean, considering that this is technically the only thing you can do until the new season. Like, keep that in mind, correct? Like, until the new season drops, unless you play Abba 12-0, this is like your activity you can do now. Can you see yourself doing this for the next 20 days? Or even for 12 hours? Or rather not. Have you thought about the fact that we spend so much time on our phones, but we don't dream about it? Well, I guess because using phones is just like using a fork, right? At this point, so normal. I mean, I definitely do dream about work consistently. I do dream about Diablo builds. I do dream about thumbnails. I do dream about video editing. I recently had a dream where I was living together with Christina's parents, but they were my parents and not Christina's parents. And I woke up like, and the worst part was while I was having this dream, I already knew it was stupid. you know, like the moment when you're dreaming but you keep dreaming, but you actually know it's a dream in your dream, right? And you notice that what you're dreaming is like fucking stupid. But you're still dreaming it, and yeah, that was an eventful evening, chat. I'll tell you that much. You did extremely good work on your YouTube thumbnails. I'm really proud. And what I would like to test is so this is where I sadly don't have the time for, right? I would like to run an oh please no don't be so stupid. So what I like to test is I would like to every once in a while like run a second YouTube channel where I essentially try to apply everything I've learned, you know, to those videos to see how much more successful could I make things, you know? That's now officially the third time someone has ruined my farm. The third time. You've dreamed you're surrounded by minions, but they just can't kill anything. That wasn't a dream.
I need time to do that.
That was a nightmare. Oh, how we call it a lucid dream, because it's just what it is. Whoop. Well, right now we get another 4, so I think I want the back piece because the back piece is able to be displayed always. But then I think with the focus and the back piece and the shield, I get everything I'm looking for. If I tell you this is a lucid dream right now, do you want to talk about our Lord and Savior, the Matrix? Do you or do you not want to talk about our Lord and Savior, the Matrix? No? I'm all yours. I came prepared for this, Chan. Don't you worry. Which reminds me that I haven't seen The Matrix in a goddamn long while, and it's about time to rewatch it, or the agents win. Correct, Chan? I mean, if we don't keep rewatching The Matrix, how do we know we're not in it? I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy people that are still living, that are still in shambles since The Matrix got released, right? Yeah, imagine you're crazy, chat, and the movie like The Matrix comes out, and you're just literally now stuck in a limbo where you genuinely believe that this is real. Yikes. I'm happy I'm just semi-crazy, you know? Not full-blown. The Matrix is a documentary, exactly. You think about The Matrix every time you have a steak. That's reasonable. Shows you are an accomplished adult. I wish there was a way to make the world tier stronger. So what if, Chan, there's like tier 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but it's by choice. What happens is if you just go a higher tier, you essentially just get more gold, more materials, higher level gears dropping, you know? But if you want to chill, just you keep essentially playing tier 4, right? But if you're looking to improve your experience, if you're looking to improve the fun you're having because the overworld is actually harder, there's like an ever escalating world tier for the overworld. Higher world tier is Avatar 0, over Avatar 0. Yeah, you know, but it's a choice. So it's literally not that you have to go there. Okay, so that after like world tier 4, it's not mandatory to go world tier 5. No, you could just stay world tier. Also, world tier 5 is not giving you like any new dungeons or anything. It's just literally like the overworld gets harder and more rewarding. So for the people that actually spend a lot of time in the overworld, that they could then choose to at least work towards something. Yeah, like torment difficulty, exactly. I think that would be good. I mean, I'm not sure if that would be good, but like in my head, when I think about it, would I enjoy the like overworld more if it was at least fighting back a little bit? Yeah. What item event? Oh, just standard world drop. I mean, I've gotten 870 items here. This is all from the event. 904, 870, 706, 669, 662, 857. So you can get high level items. You have to keep in mind though, that everything about 832 is good. So this amulet right now that is not 925 is a max roll. This is a max roll. This is bad. This is bad. This glove with 857 could be better than your 925 glove. So you don't need 925 gear. I hope you watched the video on this. We actually have a video that explains item level down to the detail, because I feel like a lot of people are still not having the right imagination about what item level actually is, and that the power level doesn't matter at all. You haven't been able to unlock the Tears of Blackcliff yet? Do it. Is it only the weapon that really matters? Weapon and offhand, but that's too simplified, because technically every piece of gear matters. For rings, it doesn't matter at all. 832 is kind of like the max. Afterwards, you don't really have to care about that anymore, but still. I have, for example, a 799 helmet, which is better than any 925 helmet I've found. Make out of that what you want.
Not while I'm in town.
Oh, by the way, can Eternal players not do the Midwinter Blight? Huh. Be a shame. I mean, I could totally see Blizzard doing that to Eternal players. It's funny actually that Eternal players still think they matter, you know. But where's the adventurer? I heard an over here, but I don't see the adventurer. Chan, where is it? She said over here. Where is she? Ah, there. Help, please. Over here. See, like, you're doing nothing. She's like, she's lying in the snow and she can't get up because she's a turtle.
Bless you.
You know? Is this like one of the people yelling wolf even though there is no wolf? I have fallen and I can't get up. Oh, help me, I beg you. Where? I heard someone say help me, I beg you, right? I'm not crazy, I heard it.
I beg you. You're safe.
What's the boss marker of the event? Oh, like, so don't, there's nothing there. Sorry. This is not a blood harvest. I know blood harvest now get you used to walking to the boss marker move phase. But yeah, there's no significance of the boss marker. Okay, it just exists.
I need time to do that.
So you thought because blood harvest had something there they would probably do something here too. You're wrong. You're wrong. It is the devs being idiots. I wouldn't say idiots. So what I notice with Diablo is a trend of having a good basic idea, but never thinking further. I just don't know how the team meetings are going. Someone is like, Midwinter Blight. It's like a hell tide, but Blight. And then it's like, stop here. Meeting is over. Do it. You know? Like, we don't have to talk about this further. That's a great idea, Jeremiah. And then they just do it, but they're not like, okay, sure, if we do this event, what could we do to flesh it out, like to make it the best experience possible? No, it was kind of like, you know, okay, yeah, that's a cool name, you know, Blight, the Helltide, cool, let's do it, done. Yeah, let's do a Helltide, but this exactly. By the way, someone told me I'm being too negative lately. He was like, oh, you're being too negative. I'm like, no, I'm not. I mean, I'm still enjoying the game, and I'm just sharing my valid critique that I have in between. You know, when something feels half-cooked, you call it out for being half-cooked. It doesn't mean I'm not having fun playing it, because else I would be stupid if I play something that I don't have fun with, right? We'd love to get an actual Necro, but minions are bad. Minions might be getting better in season 3. Because they made some tweets that indicate this, kinda. The problem is to really make minions better, they have to fundamentally change a lot of things. And even if they make minions better in terms of how the level scaling work, how much they get of our stats, armor, survivability, damage, what's so on. Even if they make that better, minions are still fundamentally flawed because they don't actually have any cool targetable abilities or anything. So, like, again, aka, even if they get better, they're still not going to be a good concept for Diablo 3. Which is the greatest gripe I have about minions, that there's no way in the current state, like there's no min-maxing they could do to make minions suddenly good and fun. They could improve their performance, yes, but they couldn't improve the concept just like that. I just like one button pressing everything. Tomorrow it's doing these things. I mean, sometimes you just want to play mouse in a big developer. I've never worked for a big developer, so I don't know how things work in these companies. Like, you know, so as an armchair developer, as we like to call ourselves, like I don't know how things are running at Blizzard. I don't know how team meetings are going. You also don't know how much creative freedom do they actually have, and how much is dedicated by like some team leader pressing their thumb down, right? How critical are time frames and whatsoever? Like how many people made the Midwinter Blight, and how many resources were essentially used for that? That's an interesting question for me, right? Was this made by one dev? Was this made by a team of 10 devs? Was this one dev, one designer, one, you know, like working together? See, this is what I would find very interesting to know. How many resources were allocated for this? Because then I'm also would be way unharsher about my critique. I mean, if I know that like only a handful of people were responsible for this, then you're like, yeah, sure. I mean, they did the best they could with the resources they had, right? And then you get to ask the question, why was it only that many devs and why not more and so on? But that's different questions, right? Overall management, why do you suck? The guys responsible, ChatGPT. What would be a great event? We can't blame everything on AI, but a lot. Not everything, but a lot we can blame on it. And I would definitely be intrigued to know how much developers actually rely on AI too for their daily do-buy. And there's definitely in Unreal 5 engine, there's a lot of AI tools, right? We know that to this point. But obviously this does not use Unreal 5 engine. They have their own tools. But how much like AI is also being used in game development would be intriguing to know. AI would have done it better. Well, that's the thing, right? So AI could technically do things better, but AI is only as smart as the person that enters the question. Often ChatGPT is like Google. If you're giving ChatGPT the wrong instructions or not the right instructions, then your results will also very much vary, right? But if you're giving ChatGPT the right instruction and asking the right questions and, you know, giving it the right tools at hand to develop some stuff, well, guess what, Chat? Then things are looking way better. So as always, it's a user problem. It's always a user problem. It's never anything else. You ask AI to give you a new event. I mean, AI can be very creative. It's sick that cosmetics cost so much. I mean, what I'm crazed about is that people actually buy cosmetics. But if I go into the shop, and I don't tell anyone to not spend their money, because you should spend money on your hobbies, right? You should always spend money on your hobbies. That's what your money is there for, to make your hobbies. Oh, that's a
powerful calling.
Yep, and that's me. So, yeah, but right now, if I want a baby goat backpack, right? John, if I want a baby goat backpack, listen, I would spend $20. And if I want to look like some cool Punisher 9 nails whatsoever, then I would spend $20. I can do a lot of other things for $20.
While I'm in town.
Oh, but move face, beautiful.
I cannot do that here.
So yeah, that's where I'm like, you know, I wouldn't mind just spending $5 for a skin, but $20 for one single skin is just ludicrous. I mean, we all know why platinum currencies and all this stuff exists, right? We know why mobile phone games also use crystals and that kind of stuff. It's to stop humans from actually thinking in dollars. Because if you think in $20, it's always going to sound much. If you think in 2,000 platinum, diamond crystals, like tokens, it's always like, oh man, you know what? These are fake tokens. I mean, I just spend $100 for like, you know, 2,000 tokens. But if I'm buying this skin now for 1,000, that's a steal. Right? Rich kids? No, it's not rich kids that spend this kind of money. It's adults, reasonable adults that just want to spend this kind of money. And it's okay. Again, there's nothing wrong with spending the money. I mean, there's at least, you know, there are permanent rewards that you can use from season to season to season to season. So that's a good thing. Yet, I can still say that I find $20 a lot. I know quite some people out of our community have spent money in the store, and I've spent my share of money on League of Legends, for example. I mean, how much does a League of Legends chibi cost again?
I need more time.
I think it's like 1,600 riot points or so. Like, buy riot points. How much buy riot points? How expensive were ride points again? But yeah, I've bought my share of chibis too for my team fight tactics, you know. Definitely spent more money than is reasonable on that. More money than is reasonable. Also, the wife is never allowed to know how much money I spent on digital goods. Never. Okay. Okay, we just wholeheartedly agreed to never tell the wife. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, the COD Mobile is crazy. Like I've seen COD Mobile and PUBG Mobile when there's a new skin releasing, and then the skins are very good, but the amount of money you have to spend. Oh my holy Lord, Lanta Christ the Almighty. Jesus is his name. What the toxic super hell? Like seriously. I mean, I can at least tax cosmetics off, right?
I'm not ready yet.
But if I couldn't tax them off, like I would spend never money on cosmetics. But yeah, if I think about that, there's people that play mobile phone games like mobile COD, right? Again, there's nothing wrong being a mobile phone gamer, right? But the amount of money people put in mobile phone games is astounding, mind blowing. And absolutely crazy.
I'm not ready.
I don't know if you have a friend. I remember I have a friend who is playing Summoner's War. And he refused to put money in. So what he did is, he told me proudly, he was farming these scrolls to summon in Summoner's War, right? And he farmed so many. He spent a month farming them and not using them. So a whole month, like not pay to win. And then he used them all and he got nothing. Oh, well, nothing special, right? So he used them all and it was quite some, because there was quite some farm involved, and he got nothing special. Not a single cool monster. And he came to me and he was like, this is shit. I'm mad. You know, he wasn't having it. He was throwing a tantrum, Chan. He was very angry. But at least he didn't spend any money on it, right? Now imagine you spend like $100 to have the same result, and guess what? You didn't get anything. Now that brings me actually to an interesting question. Do you think, Chan, listen, do you think that when you play a mobile phone game, and you buy yourself free-to-play boxes with your in-game currency, that these boxes inherently are worse than boxes you pay for? I mean, now let's put on our aluminium hats, right? Let's put on our conspiracy theory hats. So let's assume if you spend all your free credits and buy 100 boxes, and these 100 boxes would inherently have a worse drop rate than paid boxes. From the back end, no one would ever know, because obviously that would be a gigantic scam to tell anyone, right? But who would stop them from doing that? Paid boxes are worse, Immo. But wouldn't it be, if you pay for boxes and you get better loot, make you buy more boxes? You know? Because if you pay for boxes and you get nothing, then you're never going to pay again, because you kind of found it wasn't worth it. But if you pay for boxes and actually get something out of it, then you're going to be like, wow, this is great, I'll do more. You know? If this was already so good, I'll just spend another 100 and get it the same. That's the thing, it's gamble. Yeah, but like, you know, I don't want to put on my aluminium hat, but who would literally stop them from doing this? Who would stop a mobile phone game maker from skewing chances for free boxes so they never get the rare things, more or less? The FTC? Is there any law against it? I mean, probably the only law against it is that you would have to display the drop rates in certain countries due to, but even that, like, and who's going to prove it? If you live in the EU, it would stop it. Well, if it ever comes out, right? Sammy, that's my point. My point stands, right? If it ever comes out. But let's say you have a mobile phone game that's popping and your team is like 3-4 people. I mean, it's going to stop you from doing evil. They have to display drop rates. Yeah, but only because you display drop rates does that mean these drop rates are also there? You know, that's my point. Like, congratulations on displaying the drop rates, but what if that's simply not true? Full tilt poker get caught cheating its players. How were they doing it? Do you have a TLDR? I mean, I just thought about it. I don't genuinely think it's happening, but there must be mobile phone games that are doing this, right? I just reasonably can't see how this. I mean, this is so unregulated to a degree. I just reasonably can't see how people are not doing this, because you don't believe in the good of people, right? When everyone is just here to maximize profit, every game is just there to maximize profit. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're just all lying. Oh, I lost the life chan again.
I need more time.
What about a deaf who's not good at math? Exactly. I mean, there's probably laws against it, because if you then get caught, you're probably just, you're done for business wise. If you never get caught. Which brings me to the question, hey chat, I guess we should start developing mobile phone games, huh? It's like collector sport cards. Honestly, when it comes down to collecting sports cards, I just want to buy straight up from the factory. Let me just buy it from the factory where they're being produced. I don't believe anything. Everything else is scam. They're pulling the good cards out and they're resealing the packs. You know? Let me just... Where do they produce Pokemon cards? Let me just straight up go to the Pokemon card factory and just buy it there. I don't want to buy it from any vendor. They're pulling the cards out, I swear to God. And it's scam. That's the problem when you're getting old. You don't trust the world anymore. Cynical non-world trusters. So holy hell, what is that event exchange raid? I mean, they didn't want you to get done fast enough. I mean, imagine being done with the event after a couple of hours. That would be great. That would be great. The thing is that the event has one problem. And this is a lot of problems I actually see with Blizzard right now. You can't make it faster through being better. Right? I already have a very good build, because I just kill everything with my blood surge, right? But you can't make it much faster than we're having it already, because you still have to go from point A to point B, find minions, kill minions, get the resources, then hand the resources in, right? So there's no skill involved for this event. It's just a simple just farm more, get it done. Have you done Lilith with this build? Yes, absolutely. I even tried Lilith with the grandfather and it was super fun. So this build is able to do any piece of content in the game. There's no piece of content that this build cannot do. And it cannot only do every piece of content, it does every piece of content damn well. You know? At least they learned from the past and made it account wide. I mean, technically you could swap the belts and the resources between your characters. But yes, this event should definitely be account wide. It would make no sense. I mean, like if I want to farm with my other characters, I mean, this event, for example, would currently make sense to level up a new character in, technically. Because you could be farming the fragments as you're just going through this area as you're leveling up a new character. So that would at least give the event more meaning. Think about it, right? You can't use the aspect on the barb. I mean, the aspect is generally horrible. The only good thing from the event is Gideon's brew. I mean, Gideon's brew is fantastic. Like you like, I have one, Wayne, here. So Gideon's brew is killer. Oh no, I have it on the other character, I think. Yeah, sorry. Oh no, here. Maximum life and lucky hit chance by 15%. That's great. And it works everywhere. So this works in the Abattoir Zero as well. Yep. My Necro number 1. They make the character an actual mule before they give us stash space. Well, like in case you missed it, there's a reason why we don't have stash space or more stash space. And the reason is because they coded Diablo 4 bad. Now, I know this is not good news, because it is not good news. But the main reason why we don't have more stash space is because the database system of the game is horrible. And yeah, that's why we're having not. I'm sorry. That's why we're not having more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we'll get our, oh, that's another 8, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to 25, 28, and 30. Okay, so I don't want to buy the back trophy for Druid. I don't want to buy the back trophy for Barbarian. I don't want to buy it for Rogue, and I don't want to buy it for Sorg. I have the Mount trophy if I wanted to, but I have better ones. The Dirk I don't play because I never played Dagger. I got the focus, I got the shield, I got the sword. I don't know if I have the sword. I mean, right now I think like I just want to get the back trophy, because it would look cool with my shield together. Imagine having 3,000 players. This is the very interesting part, right? The world is separated into 12 players per world, correct, Chan? And we all thought that the reason why this is just because that's just the way it is, right? So there's not too many people running around. But now if you then think about that, there is this issue with stash space. And like, you know that if there was too many players, there would be constant lag and sadness. And you're like, oh, so we're actually not having only 12 players because there's some server-sided limitations, or it's not a conscious game development decision. It's more a it's more a we coded the game bad, and that's why 12 players per world is the maximum we can do without everything breaking down. Is it worth it to switch X-Felds for Loop? I have both rings, but I can't decide. It depends on what build you're doing for, Mark. So are you going for the crit build? Then X-Felds is worth it, right? Or are you doing the damage over time build? Because the damage over time build, for example, is not tacking out for crit, and therefore X-Felds is not working. Because in order to get the most out of X-Felds, your whole build needs to work towards crit damage. Because X-Felds damage crits. And if you're not doing that, if you're not giving it your all, it makes no sense to put in, because you're putting another damage source in that you're not scaling. That's what you got to think about when you're asking yourself the question, is it worth it to put in X-Files or not? Why did they make it all online and no real co-op stuff? Well, the reason why this is online is probably because someone thought it would be a good idea. So, I mean, step one, someone thought it would be a good idea to make it online and told the team to make it an online game. That's why it's an online game right now. So now the devs have to work hard to not only make it an online game, but also to add online features. So, I mean, that it's permanently online is kind of like, I mean, if you have skins, you kind of want to show them off to others. Technically, right? There is an intention for group play, obviously, to be able to be everyone in group play. And I do believe we'll get more social features over time. So there must be a grand plan. I'm still believing that there's a grand plan for raids or bigger group dungeons, or there's a group finder plan. So I'm sitting here and I'm just trusting them and believing them that there is ideas how to make this even more social experience, because obviously everything else would be crazy. Oh, what do I know? I will not end up as World Warcraft 2.0. No, never.
I need more time.
I think it will go more in the direction of Lost Ark. So in that regard. Oh, look at me, Chan. Just getting the killer events after another. That's actually really lucky. Step one for raids, delete bar. See, that's for example for like some kind of group content. Oh, did my broken wagon, it ignited, but it kind of didn't go. So yeah, for group content, that would obviously be the main question. You know, would you have to balance the classes for that? You finally get your first Uber and it was Shaco. Let's fucking go. Now I hope you also have a build. Oh god, someone finished this event already. Now I hope you have a build to also put it in, because most of my Necro builds, for example, don't even play Shaco. At least not when they're dungeon pushing. Overworlding, yes. Dungeon pushing, no.
I need more time.
Someone found Diablo. Wonder if he's coming back. I mean, if we're getting Mephisto back, there is hope that some of the other prime evils are returning as well, right? I mean, as far as I understood, you can never kill them. Oh, that might be for me. Sorry. Hello, Mr. Einke with a 84 button. Holy ho. Ooh. Is this blood build now the go-to for Necro? For overworld content, yes. For tier 100 farming, yes. For Lilith, yes. For Abattoir of Zero, no. I mean, it works, but there's other builds which are more efficient. But technically, this is the most reliable farm Necro, next to Bone Spear. It's just so simple, right? I can just zoom, and with one click I delete everything. So the most important part of this compared to the other Necro builds is either the other Necro builds are damage over time, or they are targeted damage. But if I can just run into a group of mobs and kill everything, that's just better, right? I don't like, and especially, so the true coolness about this build is that it hits anyone on the screen. So as long as you are anywhere on my screen, you know, just visible here, that dude down there in the corner. So as long as I can see you, your life bar starts rendering in. My blood surge actually hits you, right? And that's crazy. No matter where we are, remotely close. Angels will make more of an appearance before we get more Prime Evils ammo. I mean, the angels, they don't fucking care about us, about humanity and Sanctuary, if you think about it. Like, we had Narius, right, who is still here because no one wanted to have him back. I mean, Narius was still here because no one wanted to have him back, right? The angels don't care if humans live or die, more or less. They'd rather have us all die.
Cannot do that here.
It's gonna be about Mephisto. The question rather is like, how are the angels gonna involve themselves? Yes. And when we know Mephisto is already gonna be the main theme of the new, it's gonna be in Kurast again. So yeah. But technically, I mean, you have the horror dream, or what's left of the horror dream. You have you as the Nephilim. So, I mean, technically, angels are not needed in any capacity. Technically. I mean, you've killed primevals before, you know, the Nephilim have been useful. You've killed Lilith, you know, the mommy of evil. You've been in hell. So you actually, you've been through things, right? As the hero of this story at this point. And all of that without the help of the angels. I mean, you even went to Anarius and asked for help. You were like, Daddy Anarius, could you help? And he was like, you know what? I don't fucking give a fuck. So yeah, it's gonna be intriguing to see how this story unfolds. That's for sure. I'm really excited, especially because I like Mephisto as the prime evil. I mean, we already knew in this game also who is the evil guy, right? You know in Diablo who's the evil guy. So knowing who's the boss has never like took any excitement out of the story, because the question is always, how does it come together? That was the interesting part with Elias, right? The whole Elias character, which was kind of sold a little bit short, but really having to find Elias' finger, and then, you know, like stopping his invulnerability after you killed him multiple times over again, being an ex-horror dream and helping freaking that was some twists and turns, right? There's some intriguing story elements. That's cool. Come on, I need a few more frigid husks. I mean, we are at 36. We need, oh, hello, Jewel Tide. We just need a few more. A few more points. Please no Sorks ruining it for me again. I would appreciate it. Give me Paladin Penitent Night class. I miss something like a Paladin Crusader. I definitely think the next class should also be able to wield shields, because right now you have Necro as the only one to carry shields, right? I mean, shields are in this game. Shields are in this game only to be carried by Necro. You kind of like, and you know what the sad part is? that there's actually no good shield affixes, right? This is the best and fastest farming build. It is. It is. I mean, this is my level build. This is my farming build. This is my overworld destruction build. Like again here for this event, like as soon as something spawns, wherever it spawns, even all the way up here, even down there to the bottom right, even like, you know, wherever something spawns, I press my button once and they die. So I mean, Bone Spear can also kill things fast, but with Bone Spear you have to decide which direction do you shoot your Bone Spear into, right? I don't have to decide that. I don't have to decide on a direction where I want to shoot everything in, because I just shoot in every direction. Right?
I need time to do that.
Just open fire. Where's the enemy? Everywhere. That's great. We're surrounded. Fantastic. Fire in all directions. You know? Oh, look, they're cute, John. They wanted to come out and play. And they all die. You turned the game into a no-move challenge from Vampire Survivors? Yes. Always my secret goal. Be able to not move and kill everything. It's crazy how other classes don't have shields. I mean, it's crazy how Barbarian can wield 4 weapons and have 4 aspects at the same time, while we as the Necro have a main hand and an offhand, and that's it. Oh yeah, can Barb also wield 4 two-handed weapons? So I like if you just think about the mere fact that most endgame barbarian builds, absolutely endgame barbarian builds, are actually playing multiple uber unique weapons. I am happy if I can use 1 uber unique weapon, and even if I do that, the amount of offensive aspects I'm losing is crazy, you know? And then you have Barb, and he's playing Grandfather and Doombringer. And you guess, and if you play Rogue, you could also play a Rogue who has like the bow in unique, and then you have a unique dagger, and then you also play Doombringer as the unique sword. So you just play 3 unique weapons. But you know what? That's okay, because you know what Necro has? Necro has minions that you sacrifice. Yeah. What's the best leveling build for Necro, Sever, or Surge? Surge. I like Sever. Sever is fun, Philip. The problem with Sever is, like, Sever is targeted, yes, but Sever only hits a small area. Whereas, again, like here with Blood Surge, as you notice, I just hit everything. So Sever is good, and don't underestimate the power of Sever. But it just can't compete with Blood Surge, especially if you get exposed flesh early. You can also play Umbral, but not only exposed flesh and Umbral, you're gonna have the you are going to have Iron Maiden, which essentially continuously restores your essence as you're going through. And then again, Overpower is the easiest damage to scale, because Overpower is literally just your life. So if your life is being scaled up and your Fortify is being scaled up, then you're doing more damage. There are issues with boss fights if you don't get corpses. With which build? This build? When you can make corpses blood mist. But you don't actually need corpses with this build. Corpses are just a little bonus. But yeah, you also don't have problems. I mean, you can kill over a little with this build. You know? You just have to, like, you have to learn how to use your auto attack in boss fights. Which I literally don't need my auto attack in anything but boss fights. And in boss fights, I need it, like, minimally. But to every now and then spam in between to quick refill our essence. Go Master Chief as the next D4 class. I'm good. Put him in here. I don't mind a Master Chief skin. I don't expect actually too fancy skins because whoever is responsible for Diablo's art direction has definitely a strong influence and a vision, right? Because Diablo, like, I just recently watched a Diablo 3 video, guys. And I have to say, first and foremost, what the fuck? Why does Diablo 3 look like a mobile game? I mean, I've always been under the opinion that Diablo 3 looks like an absolute mobile game, right? But I just recently had someone make a video where he compares all 4 Diablos that are made. And like the art direction of Diablo 3 seems so abstruse, so weird compared to what we have right now, what we had with Diablo 1, and also what we had with Diablo 2. It's just crazy. It's like, who, like, what the fuck? You know? Oh, I found a mount barding, Chan. I didn't have this armor. What? How's that possible that I didn't have the horse armor? Yeah, D3 adopted the World of Warcraft cartoon style. I can, like, are you interested in seeing what I talk about? There is, like, I should be able to find that video. Hopefully. And then I can show you what I mean. Like, let me quick teleport back. Directly compare Diablo 1, 3, and 4. No, that was the one. Was that the one?
Sensibler Haut. Neu.
Might be from Boomstick Gaming, 1.3 million. Yeah, so this is the thumbnail. Very good thumbnail, by the way. Actually, very good thumbnail. I kind of like it. And he essentially compared all 4 Diablos to each other. I think it has 1.43 million views. This is very well done, especially when you consider that the video length, I think it's like, what, 20 minutes, and then this many views is insane. Yeah, it's 12-minute video. And like, see, this is how Diablo art style started, right? That's how it looks right now. And that's how Diablo 2 looked. So you have Diablo 1, correct? And Diablo 1 had its distinctive art style. And if you actually look at Diablo 1 was really more a survival game than anything else, because you were fighting these monsters, right? And the main thing you were doing was constantly actually spamming potions, right? I mean, I remember this about Diablo 2, and you know, what you end up is spamming potions, buying potions, spamming potions, buying potions. In boss fight, just go away, do that. Then you had Diablo 2, and Diablo 2 also had like their distinctive art style still, where it's more like in this grim, and especially like with D2R, you know, Diablo 2 Resurrected, they kept really true to that art style. So we kept it up, correct? I mean, this looks like so good. Like I love the Diablo 2 Resurrected art style, and especially also the minimal overlay and everything. But then, like, now are you ready, chat? Okay, seriously, look at this. Look at the beauty that D2R is, okay? Like, very cool. And then, like, I'll show you Diablo 3 and you tell me it just doesn't simply look like we made a step back. So this is the menu already, right? And for some reason, the menu, like, it's Diablo 3. How does this not look graphically worse than even the old Diablo 2? You know? Ignore the menu chorus. It's just about Diablo 3 in general. Like, it just looks so comic-y and everything. And people like, why do I like Diablo 4? Because this is how Diablo 4 looks. Now, some people are saying, Pony, play Path of Exile. Play Path of Exile. Okay, I Googled Path of Exile Zoomancer. Zoomancer is like the summoner necromancer, right? Okay. So it's very cool. Like, you summon a zoo of minions and it kind of looks fantastic. So the thing is, when you're playing this, that's how the game looks. That's how PoE looks. You know, you get like these very I don't know. Like I really try to like PoE, but I simply, I can't do the graphics of PoE. It's just everything in it speaks against it for me, of enjoying this. You know, that's. What's that clusterfuck? You know? And then we have PoE 2 though. So I have to say, then we have PoE 2, and I don't know if you've actually seen PoE 2. I know some people that actually played PoE 2, right? Let me see gameplay trailer. Here, that's 12 months ago. So if you then actually look at like how does PoE 2 look, and it kind of goes in the direction of D4. So then we have going on. See, now if you're looking at this graphic style here in comparison to what we had before, right? It looks like Diablo 2 Resurrected in a bit more 3D. I don't know how to say this. It doesn't look like Diablo 4, right? This looks a little bit like Diablo 2 Resurrected in more beautiful. Generally, good art style, I feel like, personally. But yeah, that's for me. So this is why I can't play PoE. This is why, like, really PoE is a no-go for me. No matter how popular it's on Twitch right now. I mean, if we're realistic, Path of Exile now currently has Twitch drops, right? If we're going on Twitch, here's Twitch, right? And we go on here back to Twitch, and there is drops currently, all campaigns. I hear Path of Exile. You can get an Ice Tiger pad. That's insane, actually, right? I think could I or Path of Exile? Could I participate? Yeah, I could participate. See, I could participate as well. So I could get this tiger. I could literally be part of this and get this tiger too. So I could, you know, I could farm viewers right now. I've seen some people getting insane viewer numbers, but the game looks just so trash and I don't want to do it. Like, seriously, just someone shoot me in the face.
I cannot do that.
And I'll say Diablo has its problems, but I'm visually enjoy playing the game. I mean, even if there's stuff going on screen, as soon as you turn the damage numbers off, let's actually get rid of the ugly damage numbers for a second, right? You turn the damage numbers off and just look at what's actually going on the display. I mean, this is not the most beautiful skill. Let's be fair. This is the most spammy skill, but it's still, like, despite being a relatively spammy skill, I can more or less at any point as the viewer or as the player tell what's going visually on the screen. Now, obviously, when I play Shadow, and I used to play Shadow, the amount of not visibility gets a bit higher. And if minions get into play, there's also more going on. But disregarding of that, I think the visual fidelity of the game and the vibe it's having, it doesn't feel like a mobile game. It does feel like a PC game, right? It does feel good. The UI is also relatively clean. Yes, I think there could be still more done, especially I think there's much wasted real estate in the bottom here. I mean, we have five different things, but I mean, there could be no limit to that. I mean, again, you could separate potions and consumables. Like, there should be a potion thingy, and then there should be a freaking glyph thingy alone. Why do my glyphs out there? The quest thing is completely useless. Why does the quest thingy even exist? Right? I mean, you have the quest thingy, and it's never going to be used again. Instead, I'd rather have one for aspects. Right? The quest items could just land in my normal inventory for all I care. But you're right. I mean, you shouldn't have to make the choice between content or graphics. A game should deliver both. But I mean, if the graphics are so that I can't just enjoy the game, that's it for me, right? I know that the PoE content is good. I know that PoE content is good, but the game is visually so not pleasing, mentally so exhausting to play. I used to stream PoE for 8 hours, guys, and after 8 hours of PoE, I was drained. I was sweating. I like I was done. Like my wife couldn't literally talk to me anymore because I had only marshmallows in my head. I wish I was. I'm exaggerating here right now. I'm not. Like PoE, playing PoE and having to stare at all the affected all the time made my brain so tired. And I've never had that with Diablo, to be honest. D4 has a lot of small things that annoy you that could be better. I'll tell you one thing. I've played years and years and years of PUBG, right? And one thing I learned there is that you sometimes gotta let go and just accept these small things. Because PUBG had years of wasted potential, right? We all know in what stage PUBG is right now. And literally, it had the whole thingy. Like, PUBG had this thing going on where it's a great game, but this is annoying. It's a great game, but that is annoying. They made an update, but they screwed up this thing again. So exactly the same thing that PUBG kind of has going on, right? So where you're just sitting there and you see them with both hands wasting potential and burning more and more players because they're doing that. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let go. And just accept that the game is what it is and enjoy it for what it is. And like enjoy every single betterment, right? When the games actually get better and they're showing open communication. And we gotta say one thing, the communication is S tier, right, Chad? I mean, you can blame the Diablo team for a lot of things, but they're at least talking to us. I mean, how much of that talk is empty air and how much of that talk is just blah, blah, blah? But they are talking to us. They are openly communicating what they're planning to do. They're giving us the feedback. They're giving us the campfire chats. They're, you know, like we have a chance to ask the Q&A questions, and they're really taking that effort into their hands, which is not common. Especially, we all know how toxic the Diablo community is. We know how toxic the Diablo Reddit is. We know how hurtful people can be. I mean, how many death threats they are going to be sent out. How angry people were when people got nerfed at the thing of start of season 1, right? PUBG started listening, but only after they lost all the players. Exactly, roll of the dice. They started listening at the point. It's like when a relationship is already at the end, you know? And there's years and years of resentment, and then suddenly the other part starts listening. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, I do finally care about you. And I am sorry, and I'm ready to be better. And you're just like, yeah, but I'm over you already. I'm fine, you know. I don't give a farting fart anymore. Diablo is definitely communicating well. How much that communication is useful or not, let that be said, right? Thanks for Elon Musk. Honestly, fuck Elon Musk, Travis. You don't want him anywhere near Diablo 4. Dude can only potentially ruin things by spewing random bullshit he has no clue about. So please keep him away from my game. How to turn damage numbers off? You just go into your options and then gameplay and here combat text display mode. I do like damage numbers though, not for the Eba 12-0 because that's horrible there, but for the standard game, I need my damage numbers. I want to see my millions of crits. I mean, how am I going to know that I'm doing millions of crits if I don't see them? You know, you really name it to Y4. I could rename Diablo to X4, I guess. Who knows? Good. Oh, I get another 2, and I get another 2. Ladies and gentlemen. Now we can get our back trophy. Let's not buy the wrong thing. Is Bloodshot the strongest Necro build? Depends on what you want to do. Okay, by the way, this is the shield, guys. And this is the... Why can I not put on the back trophy? They're not activated yet. Not activated yet. There we go. Instead of the adorable wolf baby, we're having now the Veil of the Long Night, which kind of fits. I like it. Especially with the shield together. What's the new aspects trigger? I'll show you. I'll show you and I'll make you sad, okay? Chad, are you ready? Let me show you what the new aspects trigger is. So I have it on my weapons. After 30 seconds of Knight's Grasp, gain Dawn's Haste, increasing your attack speed and movement speed by 20% for 12 seconds. While empowered by the Midwinter Ward, killing an enemy reduces Knight's Grasp's duration by 1 second. Okay.
I cannot
Now,
here.
what is Midwinter Ward? That's when you're talking to that thing here in the middle. Midwinter Ward gives you for... I mean, like, you see how fast this is going down, right? This is not 10 minutes. It's more like 5 minutes. So if you're now outside, okay? You're now outside and walking around, then this Dawn is waiting to break is cutting down for 30 seconds. And when that is ran down, I get 20% movement speed for 12 seconds, and then it runs down again. Now, obviously, killing enemies reduces that. So if I now find opponents... by the way, going on the horse resets the cooldown. Okay. So going on the horse resets the cooldown. But if I go off the horse and now kill things, you notice, like, this goes faster, right? So if I'm actually killing stuff, if I'm progressing, then I move faster. So now I have 12 seconds of movement and attack speed bonus, right? And then after... I'll keep talking to Sag. So yeah, and after yeah, then it goes away again and then comes back again. So yeah, as you can see, the new aspect is useless.
I'm not ready yet. I need time to do that.
The worst part is how literally going on your horse resets it.
I need more time.
Brrr. Now I'm genuinely thinking about if I should get the sword skin or not. So sometimes use swords. Must be dying to talk. Oof, I mean, I just might forget what I was talking about. You know me and my brain, Chan. Every now and then we might just simply forget. What topic were we talking about again? Yeah, I mean, this is now 3 hours of Midwinter Blight farm. And it's 3. So what let's draw a conclusion currently, guys. That was now 2.5 hours. Let's say 2.5 hours of Midwinter Blight farm, okay? And in 2.5 hours of Midwinter Blight farm, I have gotten 50. Another 20 for the beacon and another 90. I've gotten 90. So 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours for a 94. Which means I have to do it another 4.6 times, right? To get what I'm looking for. And it took me 2.5 hours, which is 150 minutes. So in total, I would take another... Oh, shit. My math is not mathing. 702 through 60. I take another, you know, in total to get it done. Wait, quite some more hours. Perfection. So it's kind of like I don't want to do like I don't want to do the more time for this now. I'm good. I mean, I was thinking about getting the Tulwar, but this gameplay loop was now fun enough for me for 3 hours, but now I really don't want to do this anymore. But so one thing you have to consider now. So this is essentially very important. This has got to be said, and this is a good thing. So now until the end of January, okay? If you do a nightmare dungeon, you will get materials. So whatever you do now, if you do AOZ, if you do tier 100s, if you're farming this, like if you're right, you'll get a bag of materials. So that's good. I mean, it's not a lot of materials. It's not anything to talk about, but you're getting it. You don't actually have to run around in Kirvichan. I mean, what you could realistically do is you could always wait for the whisper events. You know? You can always wait for the whisper events. Then you do the whisper events and get your materials, right? And then you do AOZ or Nightmare Dungeon. By the way, AOZ gives to the resource. Someone said AOZ 1 gave you also the bag. Wait, let's test this. Let's test this, Chan. We're here. Let's go for Vampire Daddy. Someone said AOZ 1 also gives you a bag. I am here to test the test, to do the do, to farm the farm, to twiddle-dee-dee and twiddle-dee-die. So for the sake of the video, let's get it done. Tier 1. We just do the quest first. Now, I've already done Midwinter Blight with this character as well, I think. Should work, Sanius. Should work. Because I've unlocked tier 3 already, so I shouldn't have to talk to Gideon. Still quest marker. It shouldn't matter. Let's see. Sanius, let's figure out if the quest marker matters at all or not. I am not having my barrier armor with me. I'm not having my barrier pens with me. Brain. Hey, chat, talking about being ineffective, I essentially forgot my barrier. So I I might have the 15,000 armor, but I'm missing out on 20,000 barrier.
I'm not ready.
I mean, it doesn't matter for the standard dungeon rabble, don't get me wrong. It will matter for the Bloodseekers. So wait, let's we should be able to finish this. Yeah, maybe we learned something. I mean, like experiments, sir. And there's a world where I'm also just gonna die trying to do this right now without my barrier. My barrier is an integral part of my survival, usually. Because right now it's ow. See what happens if I don't have my barrier with me, and I'm just pushing into a bunch of elemental nerds. Well, the Bloodseekers will be quite interesting. Yeah, give me, sir, grant me a good shrine to just do this very easy. Blaster wafer? What we're talking about? Never gonna last. Go. That was simple. Good. Done. And do I get it back? Ah, you get it. Midwinter spoils, ladies and gentlemen. So that was now 3 minutes. But yeah, you notice like for 3 minutes, it's not even worth it. But hey. Riddy, are the servers stable? Yes, Riddy, the servers are really stable. Maybe you're just in some unlucky area where you have a lot of enemies around you. That's the only thing I could potentially think about, but I mean, feels very stable. So yeah, this is it. This was me and the new Midwinter Blight update, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of Diablo and it was fun for you. But I do think that's it. Yeah. It was fun as long as it lasted. Didn't last long, but it was fun. We need to make a PUBG thumbnail for the tourney. We do need to make a PUBG thumbnail for the tourney, and I think that's what we're going to do today. So YouTube, we're going to turn you off now. YouTube, it was great to have you here with us for the time being. We're going to kick you out now because we're actually going to be doing some PUBG thumbnailing now. So thank you for being here, YouTube. Don't forget to watch the actual video. And we'll see you later for PUBG tournament.